I'm back! Who is excited to see me? Apparently, based on who is watching this right now, absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going live anyhow because I can, and that's exciting because I have missed Facebook Live very much in the 5 days that I have been kicked off of the intrawebs. And here we are, back in action. They said it was going to be. So what's up? I'm back. They said 28 days in groups, but it was not 28 days in groups. They lied about that. So I'm okay with that. I'm here. I'm back in action. I am going to get on Facebook here and tag a few folks because y'all are probably surprised to see me today because we have not done 420 live over here in a while, but I figured why the hell not? Because, why not? Let me go ahead and see if I can tag a few folks over here. Um, it's going to let me. Let's see if I can do it. It is. Some people are popping in here to tag, and I'm like, okay, that's somebody different that I need to tag today. Uh, I'm just tagging a bunch of people in the comments so people can get on here and say hello, 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 hello. As you can see it, as you jump on here, do me a favor. Hey, Aaron, what's going on? Say hello, tell me where you're watching from, and drop me a grateful fed in the comments. It's 420 somewhere. Smoke them if you got them. Drop me a grateful fed in the contacts. That's the vibe we are today. What's up, Gracie Poo? I just got out of Facebook jail, so I can respond to your RSVP. I had to look at the date because I am going to be retreating in October, and we have Cannabis Cup in October. But other than that, I'm at your wedding for sure. Um, we need to go to Express Care. Got us. Oh, that sucks. We're gonna hold you in love and light tonight. I did want to come live because I am out of Facebook jail, and it's 420 somewhere, right? And we are wanting to say hello, smoke them if you got them. I was definitely smoking them, and I had them. As you can see, I have been outside today. Look at this. Oh, it feels so good. It's not gonna feel good later, but it feels good today because what did I do today? I got up. Yay for being on the Facebook. Yeah, it's like it's free Tammy. I got up this morning and I looked at the orders that we had coming in overnight, and I was caught up. I was like, got a couple flower orders that I can easily put together. Got those put together and put my bathing suit on and a pair of shorts and a pair of tennis shoes. And I got outside today and I spent almost the entire day outside. It felt phenomenal to have the sunshine on my skin. I got up, I went directly outside. I jumped on the lawnmower today. I have mowed 3.5 acres of grass today. My poor allergies are going to pay for it later, but I took a Claritin. I got some sunshine. I put on some music, and I just enjoyed the beautiful day that we have been given in this universe. And that was such a much needed thing, right? And how many of you today are out there doing something to recharge your batteries? Because I want to tell y'all what, my batteries got recharged today. I talked to Red at lunchtime because I did run out of gas earlier, right? So I ran out of gas earlier. I'll tell y'all this funny story. And I sent him a message and I was like, do we have gas for the lawnmower? And his response was, I don't know. I'm at work and you're at home. You see if we have gas. Like, you tell me. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, let me call him and we talked to each other. Sorry, I got to rearrange my body here. And my reason for asking him that was that number one, the moon recharged you last night. Yeah, I got charged up, but that moon was beautiful. I love you. After luck. Okay, Aaron, good luck with the sinus infection. We'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock for Heart Space Meditation, we hope. At Eastern time, which is like 5 o'clock your time. We're going to send you some love and light for healing energy. Go forth and get better, okay? So, So anyway, I was like, the reason I called you was because I 100% can look at the gas cans and see if there is fuel for the lawnmower. 100% I can put gas in the lawnmower. I'm perfectly capable of doing all the things, right? What's up, Elizabeth Clark? Aren't y'all glad to see me on my normal place with my normal lighting, with my normal everything as I am? And but we have equipment. We have boats and kayaks and weed eaters and lawnmowers and generators and all kinds of just things out there. Now, I don't know if all the things out there, like the chainsaws and the pole saws and all the things and the leaf blowers, require mixed gas. But I'm of a generation where you don't put gas in like outside equipment unless you know it's the right kind of gas. It's not got oil in it. It's not mixed gas, none of that. So I have been like trained since I was a child. Like I just don't go willy nilly putting gas in things that I didn't put the gas in the cans, or I want to make sure. So I told him, I was like, I'm just making sure that there's nothing that like will mess up the engine. He's like, no, you're good. Go put it in there. I was like, perfect. So I finished mowing the grass. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. Um, I'm gonna show you my view. Because I cut the grass today because I wanted to have my. It was tall. It was tall, y'all. It was tall, y'all. And don't look at my dirty um but all of my little flower beds and all the ivy, that's kind of way overgrown. We got to clean that. But all of that was overgrown. But looking out amongst my trees and all of the beauty that is the back little yard there. So I cut all of that. Plus, I had to go around. Pardon the camera switching around, trying to make sure it's this. That was not terrible, right? I wanted to make sure that that was feasible for you. Okay, so I cut the grass so I could have this beautiful view. I got outside in nature. I listened to some music. It totally 1,000,000,000,000,000% recharged me. And I told her, I said, I work in the house all day. Like I clean in the house, I cook in the house, I sleep in the house, I do laundry in the house. I everything is done in these four walls, and I really just needed a day outside. Now, I'm going to be suffering later. The sun is going to be too much. I have not had a lot of sun this year because I've been in the house working. But it was nice to do that today. And it reminded me, right, that we all need to do things that recharge us. And sometimes the things that recharge us are not like taking a week's vacation, or, it's not about like having to do the big things. It's just the little things, just a little pattern interrupt. Kind of what we talk about with the edibles, and how when maybe something kind of feels like it's stuck in a rut, we feel stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut. And we need something to recharge us, and we get overwhelmed thinking that I can't afford to take a week's vacation. I can't afford to do this. I can't be able to do that. I want you to stop, right? Take a deep breath, just like you do when you get overwhelmed with everyday life, when everything seems really big and you can't figure it out. And you take a moment and you go, maybe it's inhale the good stuff, exhale the bad stuff. And you can take a moment and say, okay, slow my thinking down a little bit. And now I'm able to problem solve this out a little bit better. This morning, I got up. It was full moon energy last night. Aaron said that's what recharged his batteries. This full moon energy has been wreaking havoc. Full moon energy, it is like, I can only imagine like being on like a speed run. I don't know, like people do all that upper stuff, that go-go juice. Full moon energy makes me feel very, 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 very fast. It makes my heart beat fast. It gives me panic attacks. What's up, Sheila? I'm so glad you found us, darling. Full moon energy makes me real jittery, right? It makes me have heart palpitations. It makes me feel very anxious. And I don't know why. I'm going to do some more journaling to figure out why. But full moon energy it charges me, it overcharges me. So today, when I woke up feeling really like, I knew that I needed to get to pattern interrupt my day. I need to get outside of the four walls, all of my intuition, all of my guts, right? A lot of times we will use like a lot of spiritual and like awoken, people who have like kind of started coming towards their own like thought process, right? We start giving the credit to everything to our angels, guides, and helpers. Like, my guides told me, I'm like, no, my intuition. And which is probably the same thing. But today, everything in my solar plexus, everything in my stomach, everything told me, get outside, get outside, get outside. You got to go outside, get some sun and get outside, get some sun, get outside. I'm telling y'all, that's full moon energy, full moon energy, full moon energy, right? It was, and so I went outside today. Like I went outside. I was like, it's hot. There's bugs. The grass was way tall. We got to like, I feel like our grass has been cut in like stages. Like we just kind of go around it right now. We've just been super busy with the new property, with running around like birthdays and graduations and just a lot of stuff. We all have busy summers, right? And so we have not really had like time to really focus in on like getting the entire yard cut at one time. It has been like phases. Like there's a part of the yard that's pretty much cut, but it all needed to kind of be done today, right? And I got up and I could have let it go. Red would have come home from work today, and that is something that he logistically normally handles, right? But I'm like, I really want, number one, I'm being told to get outside. Number two, I need something to do outside. And everything in me, like I woke up this morning knowing that I needed to cut the grass today. Like it was a mission. Like I woke up this morning like I gotta cut the grass. And I don't get up like that. So I knew that I needed to just take some deep breaths, right? And I was like, I'm gonna get up this morning. I need to get outside, but I have to check the square thing. And then I looked at my email and I'm like, I've got one email. And I was like, I see the order. I can get this order done in 2 seconds. I was like, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not cutting the computer on. I'm not getting on the phone. I am going outside. And I went outside and I did that. And let me tell y'all what, okay? It is the joy in the simple things in life. It is joy in the simple things in life. I watched birds. Sorry, I got a spot on my foot. Hey, Sarah, just talked to you on the messenger, right? I saw my birds flying around today. I got to see parts of my yard I've not seen in a minute because of I've not been out there cutting it, riding it on the lawnmower. I saw flowers that had blossomed. I saw new growth in the garden of things. Like I had to cut the old garden area down. There's just new like little trees and just little saplings. I saw interesting looking bugs even flying around in the air. But more than anything, it was just a chance to unplug from everything. To not be in the house, not be like looking at a blue screen or a screen at all. Um, wasn't like, chilly. I wasn't wearing my normal like home Tennessee gear. It was just a change in scenery. And that's what I'm saying, right? I was at my house. I was wearing clothes that I already owned. I was doing it. I was seeing things that I see every day, but just pattern interrupting it and reframing it and perspective of it, right? So if you are feeling today on this Thursday at 4 o'clock, you're right at the cusp of the weekend, right? So this is the time. This is like a perfect time to do a 420 live for y'all, right? So I need y'all to give me some thumbs up, some hearts, some O faces. Tag a friend in the comments. Who like maybe it's a work friend, maybe it's a relative, maybe it's a BFF who about this time every week y'all start the text messaging or the instant messaging or the Snapchatting where it's like, what are you doing this weekend? Start making weekend plans a little bit. I'm gonna pull Sarah out of the bunch here and call her out. Like we were talking on a message a minute ago, and she was like, "I got a fire pit from Amazon Prime. I have plans for the weekend." Right? We're all on this cusp of the weekend. And we see that, right? Because we've been programmed and like taught to we recharge on Saturdays and Sundays. Like we can do stuff there because we work Monday through Friday. And I was listening to this podcast and it was like we are so programmed to believe we can't get rest until we achieve the thing. When in all reality is sometimes we need to get the rest or take the break to be able to get the thing. So what I'm going to encourage each of you to do is don't wait till Saturday, right? Don't wait till Saturday to recharge. If you need a recharging in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day, you can do that. And it hasn't got to be something gigantic. It hasn't got to be sitting around a fire pit for hours. It can simply be walking outside and finding a bench somewhere, and cutting your phone off or putting on a meditation or some music and listening without looking. Close your eyes or keep your eyes very well open and look at the things that you see in your ordinary day through a new lens. Look at it through the as a passerby. Today I was like, I'm gonna look at this as just someone who's, I mean, it was amazing. Like, it was like being in a different place at the same time of being somewhere very comfortable and familiar. Like, I really transported myself today into whatever mind space I needed to be in to kind of just find the joy in cutting the grass. And it was something that I needed to do, right? Something that I needed to do, that I wanted to do. And it was just interesting. I'm sharing that today. It's a little sidebar. Now, here's the fun thing, right? I've been talking about these big things that are happening, and I'm like, I needed to get in this inside today and start like doing some planning and working on, but I kind of felt I was stuck on that. And so just being outside for like the first part of the morning, when I went out there the first part of the morning, um, I ran out of gas, right? It was when I message read about the gas and things like that. And I got a call from our grow partners at Peaksview Hydro. And it was Melissa saying, "Hey, I put this packet together of all the things they'll need for the farm to table class to get their grow started, and I wanted to go over it with you." And I'm like, "Perfect, let's do that." And we went over that, and we kept the price very, very affordable for everything you will need to start your grow. It is everything you need to start growing your own plant-based medicine. It is way less than $1,000. A beautiful tent, a grow light, your autopot system, your soil, your clay plate that's going to be in the bottom of your autopot, your nutrients, your soil, your seeds, everything that you need to get started, for well under $1,000. So it's not like $9.99; it's well under $1,000. So we will be announcing that. She's gonna get me the email me all of the pictures of all the things we're gonna put into it together with the total price on it, final price on it, and we're going to kick off the master class, the farm to table master class, on August 5th. They are having a vendor event there. It's a perfect day to come meet all of the vendors. We're also using all locally sourced stuff from Richmond Horticulture and Misfit Grows and all these local places. So it's also supporting a Virginia based economy. So we talk about shopping local. It starts one hometown at a time, all of the things. So if you are looking to learn how, we're going to take you through every week. There'll be a live video or a Zoom class. It'll be one or the other, depending on the week. It hasn't got to be a class every single week. It'll start with how to germinate. Actually, it'll start with how to set up your tent, how to set your light up. We're going to do it together. Everybody can do it together. There'll be no questions. How to germinate, how to plant. We're all going to do it together. There's going to be a question and answer feed, 24/7 helpline. So it is going to be every single thing you need, all the way from that till the time it is to dry it, to cure it, and then to trim it and to infuse it into your treats. You can keep it for your own plant based medicine. In this economy, we understand that I'm so grateful that you choose me for your elevated needs. But if I can help you to make subsidize some of your own plant based medicine, then I want you to have the will. I say it all the time, right? Right? If I give a man a fish, he eats for today. But if I teach a person to fish, they can eat for a lifetime. So I want to teach you how to fish, right? Even if it is like doing what I do, I don't care. I want to teach you how to do it so that you have access to your plant based medicine. There'll be times when you still need me, right? But this is an opportunity for everybody to learn this. Whether you take the opportunity or not, it's up to you. Some of you don't have the resources to do it, some of you don't have the places to do it. But I'm going to encourage you to at least come to the information session, get some more details about it. If you are interested, please comment. I'm interested. I want more details. We can ship this anywhere. You can do it from wherever you are. We are going to do this. It can be drop shipped to your house. If you pay, you got to pay for shipping, of course, for the equipment, or you can pick it up in Lynchburg, or we're going to drop stuff here at my house in Farmville. You can pick up for me. I would encourage everybody to go up on August 5th to Peaksview if you can. Put it on your calendar. Go meet them. I'm going to be up there. It's a vendor fair. It's going to be a meet and greet all day long. We'll be broadcasting live from there. Dorothy, I got you. So August 5th, mark your calendars. There's going to be tons of flyers coming out for that. More, it's coming. Number two, I got the person's number to go ahead and get the place booked for Cannabis Cup for October the 8th. So if you're local, October the 8th. If you're not local, come in. There's camping, there's things to do, there's places to stay. I will make a list of different places. We're gonna do the first annual Cannabis Cup and Harvest Fest. It's gonna be a stew all day long. Hello, Heather. We're gonna start the morning off with we're gonna start a Brunswick stew. We're gonna make the stew all day. There'll be glass blowing and tie dye and music and vendors and growing information and cannabis judging and swaps where if you're growing, you can bring some of yours and trade with somebody else who's growing some of theirs. That's completely fine to do. You can gift in Virginia. We really, really, really are moving to make this event a great event. And the idea of the farm to table class is to be able to take your seed and you can bring some of your plants and some of your harvest to Cannabis Cup, right? So we're hoping that we'll probably do an auto flower for the first one, maybe to get everybody like something in hand to start with, and then go to the we'll see if you can, we'll see how it goes. But we have lots of things on the horizon. I'm sorry, y'all got this really bad spot on my foot, and if I don't trim it, I will pick at it and then I'll make it bleed. And so I've got my little trimmer here, and it's like driving me crazy because I can see it. So here I am messing with my feet on a live when I should not be doing that. It's really rude. It's really rude, but it's really bugging me, and it's like I got the perfect angle to get it. So there we go. I got it. Okay. So that is what is up today for 420 somewhere. Smoke them if you got them. We've got our master class coming. But I told you, like, I stopped this morning, right? And that's who called me. And I was like, okay, this is all going to be exactly how it's supposed to be. Cannabis Cup and the master class is coming right along. So then I get done with the grass. I go back outside. I finish the afternoon off. I go out there. I'm listening to like my Chris Stapleton mix, my play mix that's got some Ray Charles and some Van Morrison. And I'm out there jamming to like, Lizzo, how man great today gotta be great. And I'm like dancing around on the lawnmower, just really just enjoying being outside, being recharged. And then I come inside, I get in the shower, I get my clothes on, and I was like, oh, I have to message Lisa Fry from My Mystical Life because she and I were talking about some things, and I need to touch base to see how that's going. So we talked today, and now that is all finalized. So we will be doing every fourth Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, which is the fourth Tuesday, at 8 o'clock Eastern or 7 p.m. Central Time. So that's if you look at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, if you add 12 and you add till 8, that's 20, right? At 20 hours, right? So I don't even know how you say that. At 20 hours or something. I don't know. If you military times, what I was trying to do, like that 24-hour clock, right? Um, and we are going to do a 420 woo woo class, which will be a conversation about using cannabis as a spiritual ethnogenic and the history of it and how you can use it in meditative practices and things like that. And that will be the fourth Tuesday of every month, starting in August. Starting in August at 7 p.m. East Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. You need to do the rest of the math on that. I know I'm weird. I love military time. How do you say it? How do you say 8 o'clock p.m. in military time? Because that was the 20, and I was trying to make it a 420, so the fourth Tuesday at 2000 hours. 2 a.m. would read 0200 hours. Yeah, but how does 20? How does 8 o'clock? 2000? So you say at 2000 or 20? I don't know. I'm so confused. At 2000. So you say 2000 hours? At 2000 hours? Is that how you say it? I don't know. At 200 hours. 2000. Okay, 2000 hours. So 2000 hours. So on the fourth, is that in the membership? Yes, that is in the membership. 2000 hours, 2000 hours. Okay, 2000 hours. So we're at 2000 hours. I was trying to make it 420 to be funny at 420 woo woo. Lisa's like, yeah, that's cool, but that stays in line with 7 p.m. Central. So that works out 2000 hoy, 2000 hours. I got it. So on the fourth Tuesday at 2000 hours Eastern time. Hi, I'm back. I have also, because it is 420, let's talk about what 420 is brought to you by today. So, your 420 is brought to you today by our citrus macaroons. Those things. Y'all have not jumped on the Munchie of the Month box. Let me tell y'all what. That thing has got 3 orange dreamsicle French macaroons, and it is divine. Divine. And $5 of each box is going to go to support our returning troops. So I'm super excited for that. I will order next Friday, Brooke. I got you, girlfriend. Just don't forget that thing is the bomb.com. It is a very low dose. It is not a sleepy time dose. It is definitely a daytime dose. It is definitely a sativa. I have tried to use it twice for sleeping, and it does not work for that. It is not meant for that. Now, when I talked to Lisa, one of the other things that she helped me, because I'm working with her on, is sourcing some of the things that I need for my medicine boxes. So some of the crystals and some of those things I'm going to be sourcing from My Mystical Life to put into your sleep boxes, your calm boxes, your mend boxes, your wake boxes, and all those things. So don't stress if you are having struggles with sleep or anxiety or maybe love or maybe whatever it may be. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are hoping I may be doing some more different flavors of those because yeah, they're not easy to make, but I really want to get good at them. Like I'm gonna like perfect how to make those. Like they're good, but they could be better as far as structure. The taste is delicious, and they turned out pretty good, right? But I mean, I can 100% do I can do it better, and I'm going to. I want to get higher feet on them. I want to get that more distinct foot on my macaroon. So I'm going to be playing with those. It was a lot of humidity when I was doing them. It does keep them from drying out so well, but they turned out they're so good. They're so I actually sent Nancy one in her prize bucket because she won on bingo a sampler box, and in the small sampler box comes a cookie. It's a love spell cookie, a lemon pound cake, a brownie, a sucker, some gummies, and some caramels. That's what comes in that. It's a little trial of all of it, right? And so I took for the love spell cookie. I had a little larger macaroon that wouldn't fit into the little macaroon thing, so I wrapped it up and I put that in Nancy's box. So I hope that she got that and enjoyed it because it was delicious. It was delicious. Speaking of sampler boxes, if you are tuned into our text messaging system, did you get a text from me a few minutes ago? She got 2 texts from me from Hometown Hippie. Did you get your text from me? Because I'm going to talk about that real quick. Then we're going to get off here today. So this weekend is the Summer of Love, and I've been running contests through months and weekends and different things to give some stuff away, right? What's up, Donna? So this weekend, every order placed from today through Sunday, today through Sunday, for every order, we're going to do a 1-for-1. We were going to do a 1-for-1, right? But what I decided to do was every person who places an order between today and Sunday will get entered to win a free sampler box. So that same small sampler box, you're going to get a chance to win that. Now, if you were watching us live on Instagram last night, don't forget that you have a free 420 cookie coming to you. If you commented yesterday and checked out the live last night, there is a special code. It is only available. There's only 5 of those codes available, and Heather Johns has used hers. So she's entered to win our sampler box. She's also entered into she's entered to win the sampler box, and what else was I saying that she was doing? Oh, and she used her code. So if you need to go back and find the code, you need to put the 420 cookie in your cart. Heather, you did not have to do that because I did not write the coupon correctly at first. So you have used your coupon. I will put the cookie in with your order. But going forward for everybody else, the other coupons that are available, you have to add the cookie to your order and then use the code at checkout to take that back off on the price. That's how that works. It's an $8 coupon basically, and it has to go. And it only works now. I fixed it. It only works now if you put the 420 cookie in your order bag. So, however you order those, it'll take $8 off of your 420 cookie order, which is what each of those cost individually. So you will. There are 4 more free 420 cookies. So the first, yeah, that it just Heather. I'm gonna let you know something that is strong and does not taste good. It is meant for putting in something or just taking it back like a shot and not caring because it's strong. Heather, I mean, Amanda, we were on Instagram last night. I'm missing your face too. We definitely went live last night on Instagram. We have heart space meditation tonight. And then I wanted to come live for 420 somewhere because I have not been live. I also wanted to see how Facebook would do with me coming back live. So I figured why not try it out today and see how it does. So we did. So to recap, right? Go out today and do something that recharges your batteries. It does not have to be something big. Any type of pattern interrupt and seeing even the most ordinary things through a different lens, right? Finding joy in the common things. I'm going to also, like, I am really, 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 really trying to get to know this deck. Yes, lemonade is good for that too, Heather. I'm gonna pull a card before we go, but a collective card. I pulled one this morning for the collective. I posted the video, and that was for TikTok, and that was the Swan, and that card is still sitting on top. And interestingly enough, a lot of you follow me on TikTok as well. And you're gonna laugh when I show you what just came out. I just realized this. So when I pulled the card this morning for TikTok, it was a swan that came out, but I did not realize when I did that until I was putting these cards back in the box. So you can see like this card was sitting here like this that's what I always do with the last card I pull. Sometimes I'll read the last card I pull just because I'm trying to get to know the deck better and things like that, right? When I pulled the cards out, I realized there's 2 cards here. I actually pulled 2 cards this morning. The other one was perception, right? Perception. And I just talked about that, which is interesting about how, you know, the perception today of what I was doing outside. To some people, it may look like they were still working, you were still staying busy, you're doing stuff, you're not unwinding, you're not recharging, Tammy, you're out there cutting the grass. But the perception of it was a definite pattern interrupt for me. It was a change of pace for me. I found joy in it, right? That was my perception of it. So, whatever way that you recharge your batteries, whatever way that you find those little pieces of joy and glimpses, it's all about your perception of it, right? So, what might be fun to you might not be fun to somebody else, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because it's about how you see it. And I thought the Swan was a great card too today because it came up with transformation and trusting the psychic gifts. It was talking about how you had to trust yourself and know that you could transform into anything, and it's what it was. But I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to pull a card for us as well in a second. But again, to recap, number one, uh, farm to table class. It's going to be everything you need for well under $1,000, right? Everything you need to start growing your own medicine. We're going to teach you how to do it from seed through infusion, from seed to salad, right? For how to put it in the ground, how to pull it out and cook with it. Okay, everything you need to know. As long as you enjoy what you're doing, it's all good. Exactly, right? And so that is starting. We're going to kick it off on August the 5th. Gives everybody a chance to get signed up for it, get all the details they need. There'll be flyers and pictures and details to come. If you're interested, please, please, please let me know. Please, 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 if you could help me out. If you're watching this, throw some thumbs up, some hearts, some O faces on all that, because we want to make sure people see it. Number 2, Cannabis Cup is a go. We are on for October 8th. Number 3, we are moving forward on 420 Woo Woo over in My Mystical Life. You'll catch me over there. I will post the links when I'm live. Their membership is $11.11 a month. They have tons of classes, stuff like me, fairy garden classes. They have a lot of fun stuff. A lot of people here in that group. We're going to do that over there. So that's going to be super fun. And then the last but certainly not least, our heart space meditation is tonight at 8 o'clock on the Zoom. It should have come in your text message. If you still need that link, let me know. I'll get it out to you. I will also post it here in the group. Okay, this card just jumped right out at us. This is going to be the card for our group today. And this is our collective reading. And I'm pulling collective cards and doing these more often with this new deck, this Avalon Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle deck, because I really want to get to know this deck and what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling, like the little like pins and needles that I get from this is that the more hands-on with this that I am, the more powerful the readings are going to be with this deck. And I pulled myself a card reading last night for full moon, and it was a really so called me out a little bit. So maybe why I had to get up this morning to cut the grass, right? So the card that we got was a sacred journey marker, and it says birth or rebirth, birth and rebirth. Feeling called out again. I feel like inspiration and new life are here. Rejoice, for spring is in the air and you're beginning again. This marker bodes well for any new project, endeavor, relationship, or idea to take shape and be birthed into the world. It is also reminds you that anything old or painful can be brought forth or transformed by a new and creative perspective, which is so interesting that we had the perspective card that came out. You cannot make this stuff up, right? Um, this marker reminds you that in the process leading up to a birth can feel cumbersome, restrictive, painful, and never ending. Yet the final shift brings an extraordinary gift of new life, a new vision born of surrender, and a total release. Know that you've come far and are at place to celebrate your ideas and all things anew. This card asks that you align yourself with the mystery of spirit, the true source of creative energy and power. None of us are inspired without a subtle and profound influence of the soul's longing and the urgings of the divine. Remember the prayer: make me a channel for divine creativity. Use me as an instrument of a higher will and watch a miracle unfold. And I think that this card is exactly perfect for this afternoon for this group, right? If you're watching this today, right, it's calling me out. Mad transition. The struggle is real. Triple goddess is getting me. Girl, you know, I'm telling you, right? We had the swan, the transformative energy. We had the perception, how you see things. We had the birth and rebirth, right? The birth and rebirth. All of those cards came out today. They're kind of very much interconnected. And I think that that is a good message and a good place to stop today. Um, believe in yourself. Understand that if you've been feeling off and weird and all the energy's been just weird and crazy and crappy, which we all know it has been, that all of that is that uncomfortable. And Carly calls it the ring past knot. It gets real uncomfortable before there's a little bit of growth. And as we excel in our practices, as we continue to become a community and we spread love and light, you're here. You supported, you followed, you trust, you believe in yourself. You're hearing the messages that we're all sending out to everybody, all the light workers sending out, and you're taking them into action, right? You're not just hearing them, you're not just knowing. A lot of you are doing, right? And in the doing, it's going to allow this birth and rebirth because we understand, right? We have to deal with all the negativity and all the ugly energy to be able to come out on the other side of the beautiful rebirth. It's kind of like I think about labor. It's like hard and it's messy and it screams and it's guttural. But at the other side of that short window, like, there's this moment of like all the changes and transformations of the growing of the child. And then like the labor right before it's time to be in the world and be coddled and cooed and get all the new clothes as the baby. It's probably the most stressful time ever in that transitioning into becoming a human, right? The soul's entry into the body and the baby coming out and being a birth, right? So think of it that way. If you have been struggling, if things have been weird, look at the perception. Like, be grateful for the struggles because it means you're growing, right? Now it's time to take the deep breath and trust yourself and lean into the transformation. Be reborn into what it is that you definitely know that you're meant for, okay? On that note, I love each and every one of you. I will drop the information tonight for the heart space meditation. Please show up, tag a friend, share with everybody. If you can please like this video, heart this video, tag people in this video, because if not, we will get lost in the algorithm. And as always, peace, love, and feast. Stay elevated, y'all. I love you. Have a great day.